Okay, hello everybody. I know I have not been up to date, and I was actually supposed to have recorded these videos a long time ago, but I've been busy, so I'm finally getting to it. So, first video I'm gonna start with is to me one of the more important ones. It's more important than to me than the studs versus femmes. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my coming out story, and then I'll go from there. So, starting off with me, I've always been attracted to women. It's not something that just randomly happened. Um, I would say the first girl that I actually really was attracted to was in fifth grade. And she was somewhat of a stud or a tomboy back then. And I knew I was attracted to her, but it was just kind of like, whatever. I didn't think I was going to continuously live up on it. Um, Then when I got to high school is when I really got introduced to the whole lesbian gay community and studs, basketball players, and all that. So that's really when I got into the whole being gay or whatever you want to call it. My mom found out when I was 14. Um, she actually came across me and my girlfriend, and yeah, it was really hard for me because I did not want my mom to know. I was in the closet, and I was actually okay with it at that time with being in the closet or whatever because I felt, I was like, hey, whatever, nobody knows, it's okay. I was okay with it, but I was still somewhat like, I don't know how people are going to take it, how people are going to react. I was an honor student. I was in cheerleading, student council. I was basically a nerd in high school, and I, was in everything. And I was like, I don't know how people would react if, they found out I was gay. So at first, I did not tell nobody. I just kept it to myself. Um, Once my mom found out, I thought that she was gonna disown me, stop talking to me, everything, because at that time she was very religious. So I figured, I was like, oh my gosh, my mom is like gonna hate me. So honestly, when she found out for about 3 or 4 days, she did not talk to me. She would just walk by me, go in her room, close the door, and that was it. There was no communication between us, excuse me, whatsoever. So it hurt, for those days, but finally she came to me and was like, why didn't you tell me? And I told her, I was like, I didn't know how you were going to react. I didn't know what you were going to say, how you were going to take it, and I didn't want you to hate me. And come to find out, my mom was actually more upset that I didn't tell her, because I felt that way than me actually being gay. She was like, I still love you. You're still my daughter. There's nothing different, but I'm more hurt that you didn't come to me and tell me that you felt that way. So, hearing that from my mom, it actually made it a little bit easier for the first years though. um she wasn't really open to it, I would say. I knew she knew and everything, and I would have my girlfriends. I wouldn't bring my girlfriends around just because I knew that my mom wasn't really comfortable with it. So I would always just, go to their houses, or we go out to the movies or whatever. But in the long run, she always knew that they were my girlfriends. So the first few years were really hard because I felt like I always was going to make my mom uncomfortable no matter what. But now I'm 22, and now it's like completely open. Like I can talk to my mom about whatever, whatever relationship problems, everything. I can talk to her about anything, and she can, answer my questions. She can talk back to me, and she's okay with it now. And I never expected that from my mom. So I wouldn't say I had a horrible experience like some other people have to deal with their parents disowning them. My first girlfriend, that's how her mom was, and that's why I didn't want to tell my mom. But I've never had to go through that. So I can't say, I know what it feels like to have a mother that doesn't own you, or even family members that disown you for that reason. But I can say that there are other people who can help you, other people who are willing to be there for you if your family is not. Um, but I'm glad now that I'm fully out, and I can live my life without worrying about what other people think. It does not phase me at all as far as people and how they feel about, lesbians, bisexuals, transgenders, gays, whatever. I know that there's a lot of people that don't agree with the lifestyle that we live, and that's fine because not everybody's going to agree with that. But to me, I'm happy being me. I'm happy living the way that I live. And, if I do have a girlfriend, I love my girlfriend freely and openly. I'm not over exaggerated with it or anything like that. But, you know, if I want to hold my girlfriend's hand while we're walking, that's what I'll do. So I'm over that whole being in the closet thing. But to all of those younger people or even, people in their 20s that are not out, I say don't rush it, because if you do rush it, you may not be prepared for what may come with it, because it's not always going to be positive, and not everybody is completely open with gays and lesbians and bisexuals and whatnot. It's a little bit more accepting now than it was back when I first came out, but it's still at that point where you're still going to have that negativity. And if you're not sure that you're ready to deal with it, then maybe you shouldn't come out yet. You know, some people, they never come out. That's just how they live. They can't handle, the criticism, and they can't handle the things that come with coming out. And if you can't handle that, that's fine, because we don't want it to end in suicide, like the many suicide deaths that we've had so far. We want everybody to be loved and, to be okay. So now it's great because you have people like Studology, Pooks and DZ. You have people like Dawn, the Self Esteem Queen. People such as myself, my good friend Tiara, that's actually linked up with me. You have people that are willing to talk to you, people that are willing to acknowledge and help you get through it because we've already been through it. So now it's a lot easier for people to deal with coming out because they have so much support. Back then we didn't really have support. It was kind of like, oh my gosh, you're gay, and it's like that's such a sin, you're going to hell, whatever you believe in. But I got through it, so did, everyone else who lived it. They got through it, and you will too. But I don't think you should rush it. When you're ready to come out, then you can come out. But until then, I say be proud of who you are deep down inside. Really love yourself before you decide that you want to come out to the world. Make sure that you love yourself and that you are comfortable with living the lifestyle that you live. Um, but like I said, as far as me, I'm out now. I love it. I love being gay. I love women in general. So that's my coming out story. Like I said, it's not really a dramatic story. I didn't have any major setbacks or major issues within my life, as far as coming out. But for all those who do, we are here. We're willing to talk to you at any time to help you. If you have questions or anything like that, Dawn, Self Esteem Queen, and Studology 101, those are like A1 people that you should talk to. And then myself, and then also Tiara. And I'll go ahead and put up her YouTube as well and her Twitter. So you can definitely hit us up if you guys have any questions or problems or want to, know about anything. You can definitely hit us up. We'll be more than happy to help you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and get on to my next video because I have a couple more to do. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and hopefully it helps someone out. And if you guys need me, you can get at me on Twitter at Miss Thickums 88 or on my YouTube. So hope you guys enjoyed. Alrighty.